What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to The Fringe. I got a big story for you this morning. In fact, one that really blew my mind, and that it's not being discussed all that much as of yesterday. Fox News breaking some interesting information in regards to the Russiagate, or Donald Trump's Russia hoax. Barack Obama in some pretty hot water, or at least his administration. You know, they'll never say it was Obama directly. But some questions are being raised in my mind as to what does this mean about indictment? What does this mean about any kind of charges moving forward? Tulsi Gabbard uncovering a massive file confirming that what was once labeled as a conspiracy theory is now true. You've got Magastorm tweeting out here, breaking: 20 CIA and FBI agents have just confirmed Barack Obama personally worked with former CIA Director John Brennan to create the fake Russia hoax. And then they hid the entire operation inside a classified CIA vault for nearly a decade. 20 agents, one conspiracy, a president caught red-handed. The Obama administration didn't just spy, they manufactured lies, weaponized intelligence, and buried the evidence to protect themselves. This isn't a theory anymore, it's confirmation. Barack Obama is absolutely finished. You've got this press conference being held by Tulsi Gabbard. Again, they showed all this yesterday, and it just blew my mind. Take a listen to what they're talking about here.
There is irrefutable evidence that detail how President Obama and his national security team directed the creation of an intelligence community assessment that they knew was false. They knew it would promote this contrived narrative that Russia interfered in the 2016 election to help President Trump win, selling it to the American people as though it were true. It wasn't.
Gabbard got her hands on a House intel report that's been locked away in a CIA vault for almost a decade.
So we had to show that bit at least, because you don't want the YouTubes or anybody coming after you saying that, hey, this is false information, this isn't true. This is scary. This is manufactured by a government. Keep in mind, Donald Trump had Mar-a-Lago stripped. Trump was pulled out of Mar-a-Lago and had the whole place searched. Lock them up. Here's the problem with all of this. Like, you'll have to forgive me for being speechless here, because it just, look, you always know that there's things going on within the government. There's always things that you don't want to know about, or things that you just say, oh, that could never happen. But it just feels to me like ever since the pandemic days, it's like nothing really surprises me anymore. Although this did. As they go through everything, take a listen to what they've uncovered and what this could mean moving forward.
There were 4 key elements from the assessment that were repeated over and over again and formed the basis of the Russia hoax and the Robert Mueller witch hunt. 1, that Vladimir Putin wanted Donald Trump to win. 2, Putin took action to help Trump win. 3, the Russians had blackmail on Trump. That was the Steele dossier. And 4, that the Russians tried colluding with the Trump campaign. None of any of this was ever true. There was no reliable intelligence to support any of these allegations. Senior CIA officials repeatedly refused to traffic in these allegations, but they were repeatedly overruled by CIA Director Brennan and FBI Director Comey, who insisted that they be pushed, even without verifiable evidence. The Obama administration cherry-picked the intelligence, lied about their sources, misquoted sources, didn't corroborate their claims, suppressed intelligence that ran counter to their narratives, and even used anonymous internet postings.
What this should do, folks, when it comes to your government, when it comes to how stories are manufactured, news outlets that are funded by government, like, as a Canadian, this is one of the things that scares me, because when you start thinking about how the government was behaving here, how Barack Obama and his administration cherry-picked people in the CIA to handle this, when you think about internal teams actively working to fix elections, to make sure the people that they don't like don't get in, or at least have their hands full when they do get in. I've seen it in Canada so much when you look at the RCMP, when you look at the trucker convoy and the government issuing the Emergency Measures Act against peaceful protesting Canadians, trampling them with horses, shooting citizens with tear gas, prosecuting citizens, freezing their bank accounts. It's scary to think that these governments continuously break the laws and nothing is done. There's no justice for their actions. Now, again, I said at the beginning of the video that, I start to wonder, will Barack Obama be indicted? Will we see charges? Will we see something happen as a result of this? I would think if Tulsi Gabbard's going to have a press conference and talk about all of this and bring it all out, I don't think the Trump administration will allow this to go unanswered, so to speak. We'll use that word. What's scary here is that, what does this say about future governments? A lot of people remember back when Trump had his election against Biden, there were questions about, was the election authentic? Were there people messing around with ballot machines? People lost their jobs? People's credibility was tainted. I mean, I can't even really talk about it fully on this platform because you get struck and censored with pushing out misinformation. How much of our reality is manufactured when you see things like this, when you find out what's going on within just your government, let alone media, let alone social media, the information you get, etc. How much of it is real and how much of it was put in front of you because it was to sell something? Very scary times indeed. Will Obama be indicted? I sure hope so. I sure hope we see charges come up. As the Post said, Barack Obama is absolutely finished. My question is he absolutely finished? I seen him being interviewed as early as yesterday in regards to Trump's peace deal, where he was showing a little bit of disdain because he claimed that, him and Michelle had started talks. He already heard about the Biden administration claiming this was because of them. A lot of sour grapes. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Do you think that we'll see any charges come forward to the Obama administration? Do you think anybody's going to jail? Maybe Barack gets a nice cell with Big Mike. I don't know. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. If it's your first time here, I hope this video's earned your subscription. Make sure as you hit that subscribe button, you hit a thumbs up and a comment down below. It really helps push this video out in the old algorithm and tells YouTube not to push it down in the censors. Join me live twice a week now. Friday Night Fringe on Fridays, Unhinged Fringe on Wednesdays, as I sit with the beautiful Mrs. Fringe on Fridays talking about everything that happened this week in politics, everything that's coming up in the week ahead, as well as your Q&A within the greatest YouTube audience on the platform. I look forward to chatting with you guys each and every week to hear what you guys have to say outside of making these videos. I most importantly look forward to chatting with you this week, starting at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, every Wednesday and Friday here on the channel. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one.